What up, Dokkaners? So you might have noticed that you picked up some red dragon stones in your gift box when you logged in for the first time during this celebration. You might have seen my video where I said, hey, you should not be using these stones right away. And while that still may be true, you might be curious, Toon, well, if I could pick up a character now, who should I be looking at? This video is going to be talking about what my preliminary thoughts are on which characters you should be keeping an eye on. This will not ultimately be my final decisions because things could change over the course of the celebration when we find out just how good these upcoming EZAs are, what potential super EZA could be coming up, and things like that. Because we've got a long time before we actually have to redeem these. These red stones are not going to be going away until January 2nd, 2026, which means by the time these are about to go away, we will also know what's going on with the next Dokkan Festival celebration, which is the Dual Dokkan Festival. We've got a part 2 coming up for this celebration, the Android Cell Saga theme. And then we've got a Dual Dokkan Festival that's going to be ringing in the new year. So before that fully gets underway, that is going to be around the point that this will be expiring. So I will be making a video close to the end, and by that time things could change. But in the meantime, I'll give you guys my thoughts. Also, we'll talk about the red coin shop, and we'll talk about the Snowman because people were asking about that. So I'll give my 2 cents on that as well. Starting with the red stone. So once again, you are given 3 copies of these red stones, all upon first login. These are free. These are generally meant for older characters. Over time, this has been slowly changing, but still at its core, old school characters are the ones that you were able to pick up with these red stones. And in general, that's where you should be focusing. The old school characters are the ones that have been getting the super EZAs, and those super EZAs have been pretty good. So if there's an old school character that has not yet received one, then whenever that unit does receive a super EZA, it's gonna be pretty good. So that's why you should be in general saving for those. They have offered some interesting combos. Out of the 2, I would say that this one at the moment looks more promising. I still wouldn't necessarily say to go for it, but for 2 red stones, getting a super EZA old school character plus 2 extra pieces to fit onto an Android's team, to fit onto an Android Cell Saga team might be worth it. For this one, not at all. I don't know what they were thinking with this. I don't know what possible redeeming quality could be there on this, unless the upcoming Android or the upcoming AGL Trunks EZA is so transcendent that it makes these characters better. Or maybe more importantly, the upcoming Part 2 LR. Maybe the upcoming Part 2 LR might do something insane that all of a sudden these bums will actually run on a solid team. Sort of like what the Android 16 has done. The Android 16, with all of its crazy extra support, defense, and all that stuff that it's giving to the entire rotations for multiple turns, it's making normally weaker androids more capable of handling themselves defensively. So maybe that's what we're looking at for part 2, which is why I can't really say to pick anything up right now, but I'll still give you guys my thoughts here. They also offer some Dokkan Festival picks. Don't do this. While, you know, GT Super Saiyan Goku is the best nuking option for a lot of bailout missions, I don't think it's worth spending 3 precious red stones that can be used to pick up old school characters just to get a Dokkan Festival that will come back in other ways. So I'm just automatically writing this off. So if we go into the Baba shop, I don't care about any of these pieces. Of course, if you have everybody and you're missing like this guy, then by all means, you know, go for it. I'm talking to those who are on the fence, who don't necessarily know, or might be beginners, where you should be focusing your search. So in general, we're forgetting about the ones that cost all 3 red stones. Not worth it. We don't want to be spending all 3 for one character. We would rather spend 1 for one character just to get 3 copies. Again, these bundles, this guy's really, really good. Let's actually take a look at these 2 because I don't remember what they do. So this guy's obviously spectacular. This guy, yeah, he's got no guard. He's got no dodge. He's got no damage reduction. He's got nothing. He is a defensive stacker. So, I mean, he can help you on some escalation events, but it would have to be like old school, old generation escalation events, like legendary Goku event. This isn't going to fly on Festival of Battles or something like that. So yeah, this unit is not good, and this unit is not going to be receiving a super EZA, so this guy is fated to remain mid forever. And then for the Int 18 I think was a little bit better because you have 18% damage reduction, although you're an attack stacker. Ugh. And you've got medium chance to dodge. You have to have Android 17 attacking in the same turn. So yeah, I mean, this combined with 16, however, you know, these are, you know, characters that would work with Android 16. They would trigger the Link super attack. So in that regard, these guys do serve a purpose. So if you have everyone in this list except for like Beerus. So all you're missing are Beerus, and you want to get this, I would say do it. But besides that, select these. Even if you have like 1 or 2 copies of each of them, go for the 79% on these older characters. Among the old school characters, the best ones, I would say in no particular order, would be the STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, great slot 1 piece. I would say also the Int Janemba is very good. STR Omega Shenron, fantastic option, great slot 3 support. For GT Baos, also full power, good extreme class asset. The Int Buhan is also a very good unit. He has nuking properties. He's got great defensive potential. He works on artificial life forms, Majin Buu Saga, and things like that. So those would be some of the elite top tier picks for your Super EZA. Gogeta is good, but I would not say at the same level in terms of relevance anymore. He still is serviceable, but not at the same level. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, he does have some issues. He is still a solid defender, but he doesn't deliver to the extent that a lot of people were hoping for. So I wouldn't necessarily go for that. If you want to just go for potential future picks, the future is very, very bright for this Tech Golden Frieza. This unit just is meant to tank. This unit also has a rare ability to tank in a different way as a backup. Normally, the Golden Frieza's whole gimmick is when you're at a certain health threshold or above, you have max damage reduction. But this guy has a fallback. When you get a little bit more desperate, you still retain some of that damage reduction, but then you also get some attack. So when this guy gets a Super Easy, it will probably get all this, but tenfold. So this guy has potential to be a very, very good Super EZA. So I would pick him up if you don't really know who else to go for. This guy could potentially see a Super EZA during the celebration. Again, we don't know. He could be one worth keeping an eye on. But since we already have a Tech Super EZA cell, would they do another one for this one? I don't know. I don't know if that matters. We have not entered the mono type Super EZAs yet. Whenever that happens, when the mono leads get their Super EZAs, they will be incredibly broken. So that is always a good piece to invest in the future. You could either pick them up now or you could pick them up down the road, but these guys will deliver for sure. And I think that's really about, I mean, Rosé is good for corroded body and mind. Vegito is also good. You can't go wrong. I mean, they're all good in their own way. I still like Janemba a lot. He's a slot 1 or slot 3 support while also boasting some pretty good defense. So those are my picks. Go for the old school characters. You can't go wrong with any of them. Go for the ones that you don't have. If you already have all of them, go for extra dupes. Don't go more than 79%. So if you're one of those people who's got like everyone at 79%, you could then maybe consider going for the combos, or you can go for the Dokkan festivals. But regardless, I still think at this juncture, since we know very little about potential EZAs coming up, you should not spend anything. Keep your options open and wait till we find out more. Now let's move on to the coin shop. So we've got a lot of coin characters currently available because you got multiple banners that are sort of around right now. What is this from? Actually, what is that from? Am I stupid? What is this? Oh, these are residuals from the Daima Super Saiyan 4. Oh, okay. Daima Super Saiyan 4 residuals are still here. Among these, nobody at this point. We're so close to the 11th anniversary. None of these guys are worth it. Even the Gohan. I talked about this before already, but again, I don't think he's worth picking up. These guys go away on the 5th. Big whoop. Next, we've got the Black Friday cast of characters. You can coin the GDC characters. Just know that they're going to be back in 2 months. So if you are struggling on a specific mission that you are just dying to complete, picking up whatever necessary piece to get that done, you can do, but just be aware that in 2 months, you'll be flooded with potential additional copies, making this one pickup a little bit less worth it, retroactively speaking. So just reminding you guys of that fact. 10th anniversary units, I don't think they're worth picking up right now. Even if you're trying to do like Festival of Battles, just wait, because again, you're going to get them during the 11th anniversary summons. I'm sure there will be Festival of Battle missions that emerge from the 11th anniversary. I'm sure that will be one measuring stick that people use to determine the validity, the value of the new 11th anniversary characters. The rest of these guys, meh. This guy, meh. Well, yeah, nah. Well, this one, you can. This one's actually not bad. Great Festival of Battles unit and overall good lead, good support. I wouldn't say outright no, but this guy's on the older side in general, so I wouldn't like be jumping at the chance to get it. Down here, these are all still part of Black Friday. Sure. Don't worry about these two. See, like this one right here, you could waste 200 coins or you can pick them up for free with those red stones. See what I'm talking about? Old school characters, you can get them for free. Don't waste it this way. All right, so now we're looking at the main banner, the new banner, what are we on? Android 16 banner. So who's worth picking up with coins here? Well, at the moment, we don't know what the tech androids can do, so we're gonna have to pass on that. We don't know what the AGL trunks can do. We'll have to pass on that. Nobody else is getting an upgrade. The only one that we know that is very good from frame 1 is Mercenary Tao. Mercenary Tao, this is his official return, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to pick him up, great opportunity to pick him up. Because this is, yes, this is the first time he's coming back since he debuted back in May. Yes, end of May. So he's very, very good. So if you want to pick him up, do it. That's really the only answer. Nobody else. Not Tournament of Power, not Android Cell Saga, not Android Cell Saga, nothing. Just go for him if you want. If you don't care for it, you don't care about the missions, then just wait until the 11th anniversary. Moving on to the last portion of the Baba Shop that people have been asking for me to talk about, and that is the Snowman. So I asked my boy Proton, big shout out to Proton, he ran the numbers to see just how many snowmen we can obtain over the course of this entire celebration. And we are going to be able to earn over 20,000 snowmen as long as you guys are on top of the daily logins, you guys are doing all the missions. So assuming that you are going to be doing all of that and you're obtaining all 20,000 plus snowman pieces, I'm going to be talking about which things are worth picking up from this. The way to dwindle down the possibilities, consider the Baba Shop, consider the Zenny Shop. The medals, the keys, the Zenny, and the items are all things, and also training items, are all things that you can get from the Baba Shop in general. You can buy these from the Zenny store, certain items in limited quantities. I think this one is limited to 3 per day. This one, I think you can buy infinite amounts. This one, you can buy infinite amounts. This one is limited to 3 per day, 3 per day. But over time, you can very easily get these items from the Zenny shop. That's if you play enough and you have a ton of Zenny. If that's not you, this might be a more reasonable alternative. But the way that I see it is you want to be first going for the items and the commodities that are a little bit more rare and hard to come by. These items are not hard to come by because you can slowly but surely get more copies if you need it. Same goes for training items, same goes for medals, and so on and so forth. So what I would value would be meat. Kais also, but Kais you can farm in other ways, like on story events and stuff. So this one is a little subjective. I think most people will probably say that Kais are more important. For me, I would say stamina is more important because it allows me to link level more on a link leveling, not a link level, but a quest stage. It also just allows me to farm more gems if I want to, or just do more things without burning stones. Also, these are great pieces to save up for world tournaments. Some people like to just stockpile a bunch of meat for World Tournament Weekend, and then when they go crazy on World Tournament Weekend, they minimize the amount of stones that they have to burn simply because they got a ton of meat stockpiled up. Link skill orbs, I actually like this. It is very expensive, so I don't know if necessarily people are going to want to do this. This totals to about 6,000 snowmen to buy all of this. This totals to a little bit over 10,000. So if you buy all of this and all of that, then you would have spent about 16,000 of your potentially 20,000 snowmen. So that basically annihilates your entire resource pool. If you value link leveling, then that would probably be the best option, but just know that you are butchering the rest. So at that point, I would probably just go for meat. Going down here, though, I would also throw out, might be sort of a hot take, but if you are a newer player or someone who is struggling to acquire hidden potential orbs, this might be a great way to get some potential orbs. This is not going to get you a ton of rainbows or, you know, a lot of hidden potential action, but it will help. It costs you 2,500 to max out one section. Every element has 3 types of orbs. You've got small, medium, and large. So if you are trying to get all of the necessary orbs for one element or one type, you would have to spend 7,500 snowmen. So you could essentially get the maximum of a tech, int, and STR all within, almost all of it, within the cost of, or the total amount of snowmen that you can earn. I think that this could be worth it. I used to do this actually a lot early on when I was getting a lot of characters, but I didn't have enough hidden potential orbs to max them all out. This is what I would do. Any chance that I could get, I would actually pick these up. And this is also sort of what started my fascination with trying to rank as high as possible in World Tournament, because World Tournament is still to this day, unfortunately, the best way to get the most amount of hidden potential orbs, but you would have to put a lot of effort into it. So getting little pieces here and there from this sort of thing would be good. Medals down here, again, you'll get these over time organically. You can also buy some of these from the Baba Shop, so I don't think that they're worth it. So yeah, so hidden potential orbs, meat, and link skill orbs are my answer. Some other people may disagree, but I just think since everything else can be acquired through story events, Baba Shop and whatnot, I don't really care for them. So take that how you will. You can't go wrong with anything. These are just free resources to give you. So above all else, just make sure you Dokkan responsibly, earn all of those snowmen, that you can redeem them for more free stuff so that you can get the most out of these celebrations while they're here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously the like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on everything that I had to say in regards to the red stones, the red coin characters, and the snowmen. Which items, which characters and whatnot are you getting with each? Are you saving them for now? Which I think you should, but if you're not, which ones are you getting and why? Let me know if there's anything else that I missed. Feel free to share in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content of the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and Arjmer to Dokkan responsibly.